me now, oh God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, oh God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end.
Ready? You ready? 51 and what's the
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Toss play, Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Single slot. I got 19. Crunch time, defense. Wall,
now they'll throw with Breeze. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. And even 40 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The 7th play now, this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Shotgun now for Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. That good for 22 and a first down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 26. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The fifth year back from Texas, this is Malcolm Brown. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Run.
Mayfield to throw it. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Hey, alert 33.
Back to the ground game here, Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Littleton gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Breeze now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now it's Lockett. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had it.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 31, check 31. Check 50, check 50.
After the sack on first down, Mayfield. This complete to Lockett. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now Mayfield on 4th down. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Mayfield brings them up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Check. Regular.
Here's Gurley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Mayfield running the option right. The pitch to Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They go play action. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 36, Breeze. And he finds his man. It's the former Ram, Jared Cook. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in the second week of the regular season. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On second down, Kamara. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
11. 24's the mic. Hey, exit. 24's the mic.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Brees going to go on 4th down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on 1st. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now on second and 16. Mayfield. That's into the hands of Reynolds. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Reynolds really saw an increased role last year after Cooper Kupp went down with that ACL injury. 29 catches last year for Reynolds, but 22 of those coming after November 11th when Kupp left the lineup.
They're not ready for this. King.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's caught. Lockett. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, let's get point it right, point it right, point it right. Go!
Here's Mayfield. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. On first down, it's Gurley. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And this will be a jet sweep. Here's Thomas with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now it's Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Mayfield now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check your hot read.
Mayfield off the play fake. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 32 on the play. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check 9, check 9. Kill.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Mason Foster. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Drew Brees, 6 4th-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. On 2nd and 9, Brees, and he whips that one incomplete there.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The Saints on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. John Johnson with the INT. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Kamara. And he's got some space here. There he goes left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, he just bumped up his personal stats with a 2nd score, but they still have some ground to make up.
Not terrific for today because of what you just said. They're still down on the scoreboard. But later in the year, when he piles it all up and starts to think about contract time, that's a pretty good deal for him. And I know darn well that you've got him in fantasy football, don't you?
I don't. You always think I just appreciate that you think I'm smart enough to have him in fantasy.
Well, you are.
Thanks. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Another carry And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Good. 180. It's a party now. It's a party now.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Breeze now. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
24 is the mic. Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. This is caught by Gill. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
A 12-yard gain. It's now 4th down.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
180. 57. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. 49, check 49, check 49, check 37, check.
Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking,